Hello to all of you, and today we are going to give Mohammed some rockets, all kind of rockets, metaphorical rocket, real rocket, you name it. So today we'll talk about the hypocrisy and the evil of Islam. Not only Islam is just a stupid cult, I mean the idea of believing in one God, and that God will make a lot of virgin for you so he can excuse me, screw them. So the idea itself is so evil and so satanic. So there is a God. This God, if you worship him, he will give you women who are so beautiful. And how beautiful they are jellyfish. We showed you many times how those women look like, So Islam is not only evil, teach evil and violence and stupidity. It's just so stupid, like it's extremely stupid. And not to forget to mention the mistakes in the Quran and the scientific mistake, historic mistakes, Arabic mistakes, all kind of mistakes. And then the Abdul will say to you, the Quran is amazing. Before we start talking and spanking Muhammad from his book, I want to mention something about the hypocrisy of this garbage cult. The Muhammadans, everyone you name, any president, any Muslim president, they always kill Muslims. As an example, those Hamas, they killed hundreds 20 years ago. If you go, I made a video actually. I think 10 years ago, or maybe more, I'm not sure. It's called The Ugliness of Israel and the Beauty of Hamas, or The Beauty of Hamas and the Ugliness of Israel, something like that. And the video went viral in YouTube. I got like 500, maybe 600,000 in one day. And then the filthy YouTube, they banned my channel. They took it down because of that video. Even though I did not do anything, I just showed them what they do. Video recorded by Hamas, capturing the terrorist of Yasser Arafat, throwing them in from the top of the roofs, forcing them to go naked, beating them in the front of everybody in the street, and killing them. I did not show even the killing, but I mean, that's what they did. So, but because the title was The Beauty of Hamas and the Ugliness of Israel, the Muslim, they start sharing it without watching, because Muslims, potatoes, donkeys. So they start sharing my video everywhere based on the title, but nobody watch. But the second you click, you will see I'm showing in the video how Israel is treating so-called Palestinians, who they are not Palestinians, very kind and very nice. They provide them health insurance for free, take them to hospitals, accept them in schools, give them jobs. And how the Muslims, so-called Palestinian, they send the children, like not even 9 years old, wearing a vest to explode themselves. This is what Hamas is about. So that video went viral because, Muslims sponsored me. They sponsored the title. If they knew what is inside, they would never do so. So anyway, and at that time, I think I have like 70 or 80,000 subscribers. Usually you have to do 3 violations to delete your channel, and that day, that's it, it's gone. They terminate my account, and then that email which I used to YouTube, it says I cannot use this email for any Google product, period. Can you believe it? So anyway, all of those we see in the screen, including Erdogan, we want Erdogan too. Like Erdogan right now as we speak, he is killing Kurdish every day. Every day, Erdogan, the coward, who claimed that he is defending, defending Muslims, and he is the Muslim who defend Islam, etc. How come he killed Muslims in north of Syria? He killed Muslims in Syria. He killed Muslims in north of Iraq, but he defend Muslims in Israel. How that work? Like the hypocrisy of this garbage cult, the same as the Iranian. The Iranian, they killing Kurdish, they are killing Azerbaijani, they are killing all kind of people who they are opposing them. Like Iran sent them massive forces, you know. Iran sent massive forces into Iraq to fight who? To fight Muslims. Into Syria to fight who? To fight Muslims. Iran in the last 12 years killed at least in Syria alone at least 500,000 Muslim Sunni. This is Iranian forces only, not to count Hezbollah. So how Hezbollah and Iran, they are defending Muslims, but they are the one who killed Muslims by hundreds of thousands in the last 12 years in the war of Syria alone. What about the Shia in Yemen, who they are the arms of Iran? How many Muslim Sunni they killed there? Hundreds of thousands. The war in Yemen is going for many years between who? Between Sunni and Shia. Who is the Shia? Is Iran, Hezbollah, and Houthi. And who is the Sunni? The Sunni, sponsored by Saudi Arabia, Emirat, Bahrain. So those people, they kill Muslims everywhere. But the second you say Israel, suddenly they are the one who protect the... I mean, if you go and see how they treat so-called Palestinian in every one of those countries, you will see they treat them like the garbage. Erdogan refused. You see, Erdogan, he claimed that the world should welcome those Palestinian, but he refused to accept any Palestinian. And I'm just calling them what they call themselves, but they are, again, they are not Palestinians. However, he refused to give them any residency. Few days ago, the Turkish, they were burning houses, attacking Syrian Muslims inside Turkey. Refugees, just because they are Syrian. So the hypocrisy of this garbage cult, all of them, and the funny is, all of them, they claim to be mullahs. So in case you do not know, Erdogan, he is a sheikh, he's a mullah. He don't have a beard because he's trying to be moderate. But he is a terrorist, born of a terrorism. Terrorism is their religion. And the funny is, they welcome those terrorists into their land to make speeches, but they will not allow them to function there. Oh, do your terrorism outside, not here. So they kill them if they are in their land. They sponsor them if they are harming somebody else. And then you will find like Muslims in Pakistan or Muslims in Indonesia. I mean, those people, they keep killing each other non-stop. What a Muslim in Pakistan have to do with Gaza? Oh, they are Muslims. Well, hold on. They are Muslims. I mean, Muslims killing Muslims everywhere. Where are you when Muslims in Kashmir, they fight with Muslims in Kashmir? Where are you when Muslims in Pakistan, they kill the army of Pakistan? I mean, those people, they keep killing each other non-stop. And then suddenly they are all, they support so-called Hamas. Why Pakistan don't go and do jihad with Hamas? Why do you make speeches? Why Iran don't really do jihad? Why Iran is fighting Israel by Hezbollah? So they will not lose any of their soldiers? Oh, we let those stupid Shia Lebanese die for us, and we get the benefit. Oh, we let those Houthi in Yemen, Shia, fight for us and die for us, and our citizens, they will not die. So Islamic religion is not only, it's not religion, it's satanic, it's Satan. It's a sales of Satans, you know. It's like a, you know, it's like an insect bite itself, eat itself. It have to bite somebody. If there's nobody to bite, they bite themselves. If you go to Pakistan, you see how evil the country is, how bad the country is, how demolished it is. The culture is bad, the society is bad, the streets are dirty, the government are not exist, the army is a mess, the police is until now holding sticks. And if you or go to Bangladesh, they are shooting at people in the street in Bangladesh right now as we speak. If the Israelis shoot at a civilian, well, they are not civilians. They say, look what they are doing, shooting civilians. But you go and watch what they do. Go and see what they do to civilians in their countries, in Syria, in Pakistan, in Bangladesh, everywhere. Religion of the devil. Religion of hypocrisy. They kidnap, they rape, they attack you, they take you from your home, and then they cry. They claim to be the victim. And now when Israel go after this guy, this filthy scumbag Haniya, all the Muslims, they are condemning such a crime. What a crime. Look, this Iranian woman, she is crying. And she is holding a sign in her hand. It says death to Israel. And look at the first translation, by the way. Do you see the translation in English? It says down with Israel. Doesn't say that in Arabic. In Arabic, it says death to Israel. Imagine if Iran have the power of Israel. Let us exchange position. What if Iran have 100 or 200 nukes and Israel have none? What the Muslim will do to Israel? We know what will happen. So we know who is really the evil, because if Israeli are evil, they will finish them all. Israel can fry them all in 5 minutes. They do not need to go to war with anyone. All the countries around them, they can be fried in 5 minutes. It is reality. Somebody saying we don't have image here. We'll go to Rumble or YouTube, you will see it. Discord only for people to call me. Muhammad is a rapist. Muhammad, he killed women. Muhammad, he killed children. Muhammad, he kidnapped women. Muhammad, he kidnapped children. Muhammad, he tortured. Muhammad put nails in the eyes of people. Muhammad beat Muslim. Muhammad allowed them to lie. Muhammad allowed them to steal. And then they say to you, Islam is a good religion. Islam is a good religion. This is what they say to us. Muhammad, he killed all the Jews. He raped all the Jewish women. He kidnapped them from their husband. He killed all the men. What about we do eye for an eye? Just to show you how evil Muhammadan are. What about the Jews did to you what they did to them? Shall we? How many so-called Arab women been raped by the Jews? 0. But why? The Jews don't have penises? They cannot rape? Do you see the difference? Do you see who's evil? Just 3 days ago, the Israeli military police arrested a soldier because he been accused of mistreating the terrorist. Can you believe it? What he is doing? He said to them the F word, and he used a verbal abuse. What a stupid, what are you talking about? Those are the ones who rape your women, rape your children, kill many of you, and now you're protecting them, their feeling? Before we continue, there's an idiot, he claimed to be Christian. He said to me, why you say shalom? Like you're an Arab and you say shalom? Just for those donkeys who do not know. If you are against using a word used by the Jews, just let me tell you the bad news. If your name is George, you need to change it. If your name is John, change it. If your name is Joseph, change it. If your name is Musa, change it then. If your name is David, change it. If your name, if you pray to Yeshua or to Jesus, change it, because all those are Jewish names. You're a stupid idiot. So those stupid ones who claim to be Christians, but they hate the Jews, I say to them, don't claim to be a Christian, go convert to Islam. You are a certified donkey. Don't pray to Elohim. This is a Jewish word. Don't say Yahweh. This is a Jewish word. Don't say Jesus. This is a Jewish word. Don't say Mary. Don't say all those names are not yours. So those stupid hypocrite, what's wrong with you? All the disciples of Jesus are Jews. What a bunch of donkeys, man. Why you are an Arab and you say shalom? When the angels came to Mary, they said to her, shalom to you, Mary. Blessed you are between the women. It's in your Bible. God himself said shalom. Shalom, everybody. It hurt them because I'm an Arab, I'm saying shalom. And not only that, it hurt them more because I support Israel. And not only that, guys, I made a comment in I forgot what channel, like, and it's I think Sky News or Jazeera, I'm not sure, like, so everybody is supporting so-called Hamas. And man, I post a comment, and I have, like, I don't know, like, and people, they start answering me back, going crazy, traitor, 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 traitor. Shame on you, you are an Arab and you support the terrorists of Israel, and then I gave them a finger, not literally, but metaphorically, from the Quran. It says they are the best of mankind. The Quran says the Jews. Isn't it your stupid Quran says that Allah favored the Jews above all mankind, which means above even the Arab? Am I lying, Abdul? Do you see how hypocrite Muhammadan you are? You're a prophet. He sat with the Jews. He tried to be a Jew. So he started saying great things about the Jews, hoping that the Jews will accept him. When the Jews, they knew that he is a fraud. When that did not work, he want to kill them. But he said the great things about the Jews. If you go in the Quran, let me show you. The yellow pages of Muhammad. Oh, hold on. I mean, the first verse from the beginning of the Quran, O children of Israel, remember that we favor you above all mankind. Above who? All mankind. Remember, this is in the book of the devil Muhammad. Do you see it? And then they say to you, those Jews, they believe that they are the chosen people of God. That's what the Muslims, they say. Those are racist, supremacist. The stupid Quran says that. And the one who made them supremacist, according to the Quran, Allah. Who is the one who favored the Jews? Did they favor themselves? No. The Quran says Allah favored them. Potato. Do we have any Abdul? My friend, I get it. I get it. Ibn Kathir, I get it. Guys, for the sake of the shin of Allah, our friend here, he want to show you Ibn Kathir 33:26, how the Muslims, they treat the Jews. We get it. My friend, we do not need to show now. Hold on. Do you think I'm blind? You keep posting the same thing? Take it easy. Do I need your reference to prove a point? You're talking to Christian Prince. Oh boy. Do we have any Abdul? Who is Abdul when I get extra versions? And they are, like, Hamas sponsored. Anyone? And the funny is, that those Muslims, when they go and fight and die for the sake of Allah, they are dreaming to have virgins, but Muhammad, he says that when you die, you will become a green bird. I mean, how silly is that? That's it? Green bird? The Prophet said, when your brethren were submitting at the battle of Ahad, in different hadith it says, when a Muslim he shed his blood, right away Allah, he will take his spirit and he put it inside the crops of a green bird. So now this Haniya and the Hamas and all those, they are dying at war with Israel. Guess what? They are a green bird right now. Parut, Parut, Hezbollah, Takbir, Takbir. So all of this, what you are getting, all this version, 72 version, endless penis. What penis? You are a bird now. So the one who died for the sake of Allah, he become a bird, and the one who did not die for the sake of Allah, he will stay a human. Well, it's better for you to stay a human then. At least you can have sex. So what we would do with those versions? Use your beak to have sex with them. But the important, you will eat in the open buffet. What you will eat? Cockroaches? I mean, you are a bird right now. And look, which is going down to the river of paradise. A river going down to the paradise. I thought, that, why do you want to go there? Eat from its fruits. Huh? So now I am a bird, and I am die for Allah, and I am in paradise, and now I'm going to look for fruits? So what happened to the boys who come and serve us in the Quran? No boys for us? And then they will have a nest in lamps of gold in the shade of the throne. In the shade of the throne. Throne of Allah. So now you are a bird and you are sitting under Allah's chair? A dog? Do we have any Abdul? Anyone? Who wanna call me and show me that I am wrong? So may Allah give him, you know, put his soul in the crops of a green bird, green chicken. I want to help as many Muslims I can to get that target, to become a green bird. Adam, he is trying to insult. He said, your God, Yeshua, he have sex with Mary. And this is here, by the way, you will see why Muslims, when I say to you Muslims, they hate Jesus and they hate Christianity and they hate, you know, Muslims, they claim that they are people who love Jesus, right? But if you see their comment, you will see how evil they are. So this guy, he just said he's a Muslim, that your God have sex with Mary. Well, that's mean your God, Allah, is a liar, because according to Allah, Mary was a virgin. So you just screwed your God, Allah, you know, and you expose him. Good for you. Yeah. You just gave Allah a big finger in his bum. Anyway, I invited him to come to the stage, but the coward is not there. Potato. He's afraid to lose his virginity, even though none of them is a virgin. Even Aisha, she claimed to be a virgin. She married Muhammad when she was 6. And then when she spoke about the penis of Muhammad, she said, "Woman minkum yamluku irabuh." Like, who of you have a penises and sex tools like Prophet Muhammad? How she knew? How a woman, she never have sex with anyone else, she knew that Muhammad is the best in this field? Huh? And then we find in the Quran that she was accused of having sex. There's 3 witnesses. They have her, you know, they saw her having sex. 3 witnesses. Oh, because they are not 4. So now we have no proof. And this is other stupid things about the hypocrisy of the Muhammadan. A Muslim man, in order to prove his wife having sex with the neighbor, he have to bring 4 witnesses. And you tell me how you can do that. How you can do that? Once a Muslim man, he said to Muhammad, if I find my wife with somebody, should I ask him to have more time so I can bring for witnesses? Muhammad, he said yes. Can you believe it? So Ismail Haniya, he have a 3 or 4 wives, and now if any one of them she is cheating with other member of Hamas, he have to call other members of Hamas, asking them to bring for witnesses to prove that she is fornicating. And not only that, the bad news is, even if she proved to be fornicating with the other man, and even if he proved that the son is not his son from that woman, according to Islam, it is his son. Right? Here we go. We have Malik. He is going to explain to you.
Hola, CP.
How are you, Malik? How are you doing? You still alive?
Alhamdulillah, I'm still alive.
What Alhamdulillah mean?
Praise to Allah.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
What I want to say about that guy that was
killed. Topic. Okay, what do you want to say?
That guy that was killed yesterday.
He was killed?
Yeah, that guy from Hamas.
No, nobody killed him.
No?
I heard that he drank camel urine, and that caused him to die with too much acid. What?
You know what I think about that guy?
What do you think about him?
I think that Iran is just a friend of Israel.
You think Iran is afraid of Israel?
Yes, a friend, a big friend.
Friend,
you know why?
Friend. Ah, okay, okay. How is that? You know, tell us how this, how you come to this conclusion.
I know that now. By the way,
in case you do not know, Malik, he have a PhD in farting, 5 PhD in camel urine, and 7 PhD in nothing. So now he will tell you. He will tell you the conclusion that he got the information. Nobody knows that Hamas, that Iran is a friend with Israel. Go ahead.
Yes. Because you know who create Shia? The Jews, the Zionists create Shia.
Really? Yes? The Jews, they created Shia? Or how?
Yes. And plus they bombed the embassy from of Iran in Syria.
Who?
And now they bombed.
Who is the one who bombed it? Who is the one bombed it?
Israel.
How they are so how they are a friend? You are saying to me that Iran is a friend to Israel.
But listen, they didn't do anything. Normally, every country, no matter what country, they would do something back.
What do you mean they did not do? They shot 500 missiles at Israel.
No, that's fake. That's fake. Just only to show
what
the
fake?
people.
What fake? You know, they are.
They
could not kill a chicken. Only this is true. 500 missiles. They could not kill a chicken. But you know, this is an Islamic army.
But where are the rockets now? Iran, they have big rockets. If they want to fire, why they don't fire big rockets, and why they didn't hit anything?
They could not, because the Israeli army, my friend, hold on.
It's just a game.
Hold on. The Iranian, they shot big rocket. Don't you see how big the rockets?
No. This is just a game for people to show, look, we have a bad guy and a good guy. So don't believe in the media. I don't believe in the media, really.
Okay. So do you hate the Shia, Malik?
No, I don't hate the Shia.
Well, that means your prophet is a liar.
Why?
Well, didn't he say my nation will be 73? And one of them is the true one. The rest are the enemy of Allah.
Yes, and they will go to hell. I don't have to hate them.
You don't hate anyone?
Only God can judge about
so is
people.
Is the Shia bad or good?
They are not bad, and I respect everyone. Not Shia, Christian people, Jews.
Okay, a second ago you said to me Iran are friend of Israel. So is it bad or good?
I just say they are friends.
Is that bad or good to be friend with Israel?
Yeah, why not? It's
What?
good.
It's good?
Yes, why not?
So you support
I
Israel?
only
So you support Israel?
no, never.
Well, why is you said to me why not?
I don't support anyone who kills children and women. Anyone.
Well,
Also
so
not
why you support?
also
So
not
why you support Muhammad?
also also not Muslims
So why you support Muhammad?
because he's my prophet.
But he killed
Alhamdulillah.
women and children.
No,
Do you want
he
to
didn't
bet?
kill anyone.
You wanna challenge me?
You're gonna give me again the same story about that was a devil, a black devil.
What the black devil?
When that guy
There's a white devil and
when
black devil in Islam.
no when they
Why the devil in Islam is
it was
black?
it was it was a black witch. Yes,
Why they are black? Why what's wrong? Why everyone is bad is black in
because
Islam?
because something dark is something bad,
Ah,
and white is light,
so you
and
are
God and
so
God
guys.
and
So
God
something dark is bad. If something dark is bad, you are saying
something black.
African they are bad?
No, they are brown.
No, they are not. They are black.
No, black is something else.
Huh?
Black is the black.
Black is
Yes, not
black.
brown, light brown. That's just a skin color.
Well, I can show you African. They are really dark. I mean, the real African, they are very,
No, they
very,
are
very,
maybe
very black.
they are dark brown. Yes, but
Dark
they are not
brown.
black. What?
Dark, dark brown.
Yeah, yeah, like they are very brown.
Really? I didn't know that.
Dark brown is not dark, eh?
I just learned that from you. I thought they are
Yes.
really dark. I mean, I don't know. Uh,
They are not black. They
really,
are
really.
brown.
Okay,
Yes.
okay.
But every country that would be bombed, their embassy would attack. Is like you begin a war against a country. Why
Uh-huh.
Iran do anything? Explain that to me. Explain
Okay.
that.
I want to show you a picture. You tell me if this guy is black or he's not.
But can you show me? It's for me. Can you explain me why Iran don't begin a war
Don't change
against
topic. I
Israel?
want to see who is black here and who is
I didn't change the topic.
is this guy black for you?
I didn't see any.
You didn't see him?
Wait, I'm gonna go to YouTube and see
Uh-huh.
your screen.
Okay, see it in
Wait.
YouTube. See it in YouTube.
فؤاد شكور.
Is that a black for you or this is brown?
That's brown.
This guy is
Oh,
brown now?
that one. Yeah, that's dark. Yes.
So he's bad now?
No,
Well, you
he
said
has a
to me,
beautiful.
you said
He has
everything
beautiful.
black is bad. You said that to me. I said to you, so
He has
are
a,
you saying black African are bad? You said they are
but he
brown.
has a, but but he has a beautiful white smile.
He have a beautiful what?
Beautiful white smile.
White smell?
A white smile. He smiles.
He have a beautiful white smile. He's trying to, Malik is trying to stitch the stupid thing he just said that the black people are evil. Well, isn't it your
I
prophet,
didn't
he
say
said,
that.
isn't it your prophet,
I
he
didn't
said,
say that.
that Allah created the black people to go to hell?
No, never. Because Bilal radiallahu anhu was also a brown slave. And
He was brown
the
or he was
Prophet,
black? He was,
I don't know, he was black,
so
brown.
obviously the one brown, they will go to heaven, but the black will not.
No, I didn't say that.
Oh, okay. When Allah he
Everyone can
created,
go.
okay, when Allah he created the black, did he say you go to hell?
When Allah created the black,
Uh-huh.
he say to them, he go to hell. No,
Uh-huh.
that would be injustice.
All right. Well, I want you to read this for me then. This is what your God himself is saying, not me. You know? See it? This is your God saying that the black people will go to hell. Allah created the white people from the right shoulder of Adam. the black people from the right, left shoulder of Adam, and he said to the one from the left, which means the black, you go to hell and I don't care, and the one who they are from the right, which means the white, you go to paradise and I don't care. Do you see it? What?
Offspring, white legs, small ants, and he cracked his lips all in blood. Then he said to the party on the right side to burn, and I do not care. And he said to the party, yeah.
So
is this Sahih? Sahih?
yeah, this is
hadith?
Sahih. Yeah, this is Sahih.
Okay, show me.
What show you?
Show me it is a Sahih.
It's Sahih. It says in front of you, this is Sahih.
Show me. I don't see anything about that.
Well, I'm showing you the screen. It says Sahih. And here we go. I can show it to you in Arabic too. It says Sahih. Here we go. Let me show you. This is in Arabic. Huh? This is in Arabic. It says Sahih. Here we go.
It says Sahih.
Yeah. It says Sahih. You see? It says Sahih. Sahih.
Isnad Hasan.
Sahih.
Summary of the Hadith's ruling. Sahih.
I see great Isnad Hasan.
No, Sahih. Huh? Let me translate for you. Here we go.
Translate? You don't have to. I read it in English.
Here we go. It says Sahih. Yeah, this is reported many places. This is a Sahih.
God created Adam, so he struck his right shoulder and brought forth white offspring as if they were milk. Then he struck his left shoulder and brought out black offspring as if they were lava. He said, these people are in paradise and I do not care. And these people are in hell, and I don't care. Narrator, Abu Darda updated, Al-Albani source, Sahih al-Jami page or number, 3234 summary of the Hadith's ruling, Sahih.
See? The Hadith ruling, Sahih. Do you see it? Huh?
Yeah, maybe, I don't know. If this
So your
really
prophet is racist. Let us see Hamdi. Hamdi is a Muslim. Go ahead, Hamdi. Hamdi, are you there?
Even my boy. You miss me?
Sure, I miss you. Do
you miss me?
Do you remember last time I asked you a question? What was?
You ran.
I ran. Are you sure? I asked you.
Yeah,
I said to you, okay, hold on. As long as we are talking about black and white, you said to me last time, can you make the black black?
Hey, that was my question. Answer my question. You said that day some faces will be blackened and some faces will be whitened. And I said, since you cannot blacken a black, so the black faces are. Listen, you're losing it again. I didn't land.
Because he will not go to heaven anyway.
I am
a black
talking.
person.
What are you afraid of?
Shut up.
What are you afraid of? I didn't finish the sentence.
No, you did. You did. A black person. You said to me, a black person will not be black.
You miss me
because,
like you miss
hold on.
A rock in your shoe. Did you miss me like you miss a rock in your shoe, CP?
So Abdul,
you miss me like a little boy.
How you can make a black? How you can make the black? You idiot! He will not go to heaven anyway.
So no, if you say some face is gonna be whitened, they can. So then they was not white. So then they were black. So then black people gonna be whitened.
No,
they go to heaven.
No.
White people gonna be blackened. Go to hellfire.
Allah will make the whole world two colors. One is
you color yourself.
Hold on. One color is going to be extreme white. Hold on, listen.
You miss me, CP. Answer the question
first. One will be extreme white. One will be extreme white, and the other one will be black. So the black one, anyway, they want to go to heaven. Here we go. The hadith in front of you. The hadith in front of you. It says that Allah made the black people to go to hell. So the black, the black will not stand in the day of judgment in front of Allah because they are black.
I said, if you say you will be blackened, so you were not black.
Exactly.
I mean, come on.
Exactly. So the punishment.
Exactly.
So the punishment. So the punishment. So the punishment. So the punishment. Hold on.
If we
The
say
punishment.
they will
We
be
can't talk at the same
whitened,
time.
they was not white, so only black people will be whitened.
Muhammad was
black
talking
people
to the
will
Arab,
end up in the hellfire, in the heavens. I meant to say.
The Arab are white. Muhammad is
Oh,
speaking
people
to
know
the,
what you're doing, brother.
Shut
People
up.
know what you're doing.
Muhammad
You're
is
losing it
speaking to
again.
the white Arab, and he said to them,
You're
Allah
losing it
will make
again,
you black.
Siddiq.
Allah will
Are you
make you
losing
black.
it?
Get out of here, potato. Allah will make all those white black if they don't believe in Muhammad. This is the punishment. So the day Muhammad is speaking to Arab, white Arab, there's no black there. So he is saying to them in the day of judgment, Allah will make you black if you don't believe in me. So he will make you white and he will make you black, which means the one who is white, but he's a white Arab, not totally white like the European, he will make you white like European. But the one who is not believing in me, Allah will make him black. But the black people already, Allah made decision for them to go to hell and the hate in front of you. So do you understand, people, why we say Islam is just a God? Shut up, Malik, hold on. So do you understand why we say, shut up, Malik? I'm speaking. So now we understand why Islam is so evil, satanic. Muhammad is speaking to the Arab, promising them that Allah will whiten your skin so white, because they are Arab, they are not so white, and he will make anyone don't believe in me black. Any one of you who is white already but not so white, he will make you black. The black people are not in the condition. Why? Because already Allah, as you see, he made decision they will go to hell. So when he created them, from the first second he created them, Allah, he decided that the black ones will go to hell. I'm not making my own statement. The hadith in front of you, and this is the Muslim translation. And the one, and the one who they are created white, they will go to heaven, Allah said. However, if you don't believe in Muhammad, even Allah said the one who are white will go to heaven. If you don't believe in Muhammad, Allah will make you black as a punishment. Go ahead, Malik.
Okay, and the hadith of the Prophet that he says a black man is not better than a white man, and a white man is not better.
Obviously, hold on. Obviously, this is fabricated hadith.
Oh, that is fabricated.
Obviously, let me tell you why.
Crazy, man.
If Allah Prophet, he said that a black man is no better, so why you said to me that always a black ones is bad? Why the black is always bad in Islam? If there's no different, hold on. Why Muhammad made fun of the black people?
He was self-black. What are you talking about?
He was what?
He was self-brown.
Muhammad was half brown?
He had a little how do you say that, a brown skin.
Arab is not a brown. Arab, since when the Arab are brown?
Yeah, but they had how do you say that, a skin color because of the sun.
Hold on. I want to show you.
They lived in the desert.
Is this guy Arab? Is he white or black or brown?
Which one?
This one he just killed yesterday. Is he brown? Those are Arab.
Yeah, but that guy don't live in the he don't live in the desert.
So what? Gaza, they live in the desert. Gaza, they live in the border of Egypt. Is this guy, is he brown? Hania? Is he brown?
That guy lived in a beautiful house.
So this guy lived. Those are the Arab.
Yeah, but he didn't live in a desert.
If we search right now for descendant of Prophet Muhammad, are we going to find black ones?
I know for sure they are black. Look only to the Saudis.
Are you sure?
Yeah, for sure they are brown.
Okay, let us see. This is, let me show you. Those are the descendant of Prophet Muhammad. I'm looking for the black one. You tell me where to find them. So here, I will open the page for you. Those are descendants of Prophet Muhammad. They are black. Sorry, they are brown. The one in the right, the one in the right is Mr. Brown. The one in the left is Mr. Brownie. The one next to him is Brownin. The one underneath of him is a Browning gun. I mean, what is the? Those are the descendant of Prophet Muhammad. Those are descendant of Prophet Muhammad. I just searched in the internet, descendant of Prophet Muhammad. I did not search for white descendant.
These people are not from Saudi.
What?
From the desert.
This is the grandson of the king of Jordan.
Yeah, Jordan.
Yeah,
yes.
those are Hashim al-Hashim. Those are, they have the family of Muhammad. They are from the family of Hashim. Look at them. All of them, they are brown, brother. All of them, look at this. They are so brown.
Okay. Wait, I give you a name, yes? Wait, I give you a name. Okay, type Abu Taymiyyah.
Malik. What Ibn Taymiyyah now is? Ibn Taymiyyah now is? Ibn Taymiyyah now?
Abu Taymiyyah.
You have a picture of Ibn Taymiyyah, you idiot?
Yes, Abu Taymiyyah.
Just get lost, you stupid idiot. Ibn Taymiyyah, guys, have a picture of him. Guy was exist hundreds of years ago. They have a picture of him. The Muslim, they have a picture of Ibn Taymiyyah before the cameras exist. And Ibn Taymiyyah is from Muhammad too. Since when? Potato. So the first one, when it proved to me that you cannot black a person, he is a black. Abdul, he is not even considered because the punishment is for the white. The black already, they will go to hell according to Muhammad. This is why the Muslim, they have a fatwa. It says the one who say the prophet is a black, kill him. For this is an insult. This is an insult. Right? Yeah. Potato. If you go actually type the word black, speaking about black, Muhammad, he consider anything black is evil. Am I making things up? Absolutely not. Any pure black, kill it. And that goes even for animals. Do you see it? This is how evil Muhammad is. Even animals, he discriminates them. اقتلوا كل أسود بهيم. Anyone is totally black, kill it. Why? What the crime? He's black. Black cat, black dog, black bird. Anything is totally black have to be killed. That is Islam. And this is telling you how evil Muhammad is. Why you want to kill a poor cat or a bird or a dog just because it's a black? Why? Because according to Muhammad, a black animal is the devil. You see? All of this is about black, killing a black. When they asked Muhammad, why black? He said, as an example, the black dog is the devil. So how Muhammad think about even dogs? Just because of the color. They ask him, "O faithful prophet of Allah, what the difference between a yellow dog and red dog and a black dog?" He said, the black dog is the devil, is a shaitan. Do you see it? Malik, you want to come back? Ibn Taymiyyah is a black, huh? And he is from Muhammad. Why black dog is the devil, Malik? Do you know why? Who is a Muslim can tell us why the black dog is the devil? Anyone? Any Abdul knows?
You're gonna open the YouTube link or not?
I'll open YouTube. You tell me what YouTube says.
No, I wanted to show you that guy. He is a descendant.
Do you have a camera for Ibn Taymiyyah when he was born? Ibn Taymiyyah.
No, not that Abu. Don't play games. You know who I am.
What if I show you on YouTube that Ibn Taymiyyah they made him white? What you will do? You go by YouTube. Somebody making video, putting images there of somebody God knows who. Listen.
Are you gonna open?
Is Ibn Taymiyyah black or white?
He's brown.
How you know?
Not the Abu Taymiyyah, the scholar.
Oh, who?
I send you a YouTube link.
Ibn Taymiyyah who?
Abu Taymiyyah, need
Abu Taymiyyah. Who is Abu Taymiyyah? Who is this guy? Abu Taymiyyah.
Open the link. He's a very
I don't know. Tell me who is Abu Taymiyyah? I never heard of him.
Just a guy. He's how do you say that? He's a beginning scholar.
He's a beginning scholar. What does that mean?
Yeah, he's a beginning. He's how do you say that? A student of knowledge.
A student of knowledge in YouTube.
Yeah.
What I will do with him? What does have to do with my topic? So you give me a YouTuber to tell me who
he is a family of the Prophet.
Oh, he's a family of the Prophet. Ah, okay.
Yes, I wanted to show you
Potato. Everybody is a family of the Prophet. Do you know? Okay, I want to ask you: is it true that there's Indonesian? They are from the family of the Prophet too?
I send again the link. Open it.
We don't open links. I'm asking you: is it true that there is people in Indonesia? They claim that they are from the family of Muhammad. They are Asian.
No, I don't know. It's possible.
It's possible.
I don't know.
How is that possible?
Maybe they travel to Indonesia. I don't know.
Okay. How you say to me that he is brown and he is an Arab, and now he became Asian?
Maybe in Israel, the most of the people.
Hold on. I heard.
They are Yemeni.
Hold on.
I heard
that your prophet. Moroccan. I heard that your prophet Muhammad was a redhead and is blonde. Is that true?
No, he had black hair.
Okay, I want to say to you a word. You tell me what does that mean? Al-Humayra.
Humar, yes.
What Humar mean?
It's red.
Huh?
It's red.
Red. Is that okay? Is that the name of the prophet's wife?
Wife?
Because she was very red. Aisha.
I don't know how she looked like.
You do not know that Muhammad, he said, take the major part of your religion from this redhead? So how those Arab are dark and the wife of Muhammad, she's redhead?
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
What do you mean what's wrong with that? How she is, how they are brown and the wife is redhead?
Yeah, you have in Africa, you have also sometimes a white or a light.
No, this is an illness. This is not normal. This is not a redhead. This is a disease in the skin, cause like syndrome, cause such a thing. This is not you know. Yeah. So here we go. Your prophet calling Aisha Humayra.
Maybe just a nickname.
Yeah, Humayra. I mean redhead.
Yeah, just like Robio. You know Robio?
Why you call her redhead if she is not redhead?
Because maybe she was light skinned.
But she's brown, I thought.
Maybe she herself was light skinned. That's possible.
Okay, was the hadith? Did the hadith
describe? Did you know that white people can?
Did the hadith describe Muhammad?
Did you know that white woman can birth a black baby?
I know. If your wife she is sleeping with the driver, yeah.
No, really, I mean it.
I know, really. There's a guy, an Arab guy, he come and he told him, my wife, she gave birth to a black boy.
So,
is that true? The guy, his wife, she gave birth to a black boy? Are you there?
I don't know. I don't know what are you talking about, really.
Okay, I will show you. I will show you. Okay, I will show you. So this is a guy, he owned slaves, black slaves. And his wife, she gave birth to a black boy. So he came to Muhammad and he said to him, my wife, she gave birth to a black boy. I denied him. What do you think about the story? Let us see. What do you think? Is it possible that the parents are white, both of them, their tribe are white, and then the boy is black? Is that possible? That both sides? Look what your prophet said. Read it for us. Go ahead.
No, you read it.
No, I don't know how to read. Muslims are educated.
No, read it.
Read it, you read it.
No, you read it, no problem.
Well, the guy, okay, he says, I am from Banu Fazara. Why he mentioned Fazara? Because they are white. So he came, that he's from Banu Fazara. They are very white people. They are Arab. My wife gave him birth to a black son. Muhammad, he answered him, do you have camels? He said, yes. He said, they are red. He said, is there a dusky one among them? He replied, some of them are dusky. He said, how do you think they have come about? He replied, they may be strain which they reverted. He said, and this is perhaps a strain to which a child have reverted. But that camel is sleeping with all camels in the field. You see how stupid your prophet? This female camel, she is living in the herd, and all male camel will jump on the camel. This guy have a wife. She is not a camel. And she sleep only with him. How that can be the same? Can you believe it how stupid Muhammad is? If the camel can be, because there's many colors in the camels, but this female, she is not the wife of a camel. Any camel jump on her. Any camel can jump on the female camel. Is this camel married camel? Is this she camel here? Is she married? And she have only one husband? Or any camel can jump on her? Malik, he left. He withdrew. So look how stupid Muhammad is. It's obviously the wife is sleeping around. The parents are white. The parents of the parents are white. The whole tribe are white. The boy is black. And then Muhammad said to him, do you have many camels? Is there one of them, you know, they are husky? What husky? Those are camels. They sleep around. Female camel, she is available to any male camel. How you can compare? So imagine you are an African, your wife is an African, your tribe are African, and your son have a blue eyes and he's white. How that happened? Well, we need to ask some doctors about this issue. Hello? Kids and friends, first of all, it's very possible. As an example, your wife, you go to the beach, and in the beach, there is somebody drop his semen. In the beach, somebody drop his semen where? In the ocean. Simply, the guy who was swimming in the same swimming pool. And your wife can swim in the same pool. So, when your wife can go in the swimming pool, the sperm will swim inside the swimming pool and go to her private part. and then can that to this is not because of fornication. Like, Abdul, what it's all talking about? The semen in this in the time of Muhammad there is a swimming pool. What swimming pool? Abdul, get some friends. First of all, it's possible that in the time of the Prophet Muhammad they have even the Qadhi. They have jacuzzi. The only jacuzzi I know, Zakir Naik, your prophet, he takes shower with dead dogs. Huh? Is that correct? Get some friends. First of all, this is a big fat lie. Prophet Muhammad did not take shower with dead dogs. It was the dead dog who took shower with the Prophet Muhammad. What the heck? What difference would make? And secondly, the dog is dead. How he can jump and take shower with Muhammad? First of all, because it's an honor for the dead dog to take shower with the Prophet Muhammad. So you cannot say that the Prophet, he took shower with the dead dog. So it is the dead dog who took shower with Prophet Muhammad. Abdul, Prophet Muhammad took shower with the dog took shower with Prophet Muhammad. The dog is dead and he stink. There even it says a stinky garbage. How do you explain that? What's a cozy? First of all, you same topic. We were talking about sperm and the semen. And you tell me same topic and this is a sign of weakness. It's sign of what? Weakness. Stop spitting. I'm not spitting. This is because I have a fighting and they lost my teeth. Hamdi is coming back. Look like Hamdi, ultimate fart. He is born of a family. They are both white, but he is black. Is that the case, Hamdi?
So even if you imitate Zakir Naik, you're gonna realize that you're running away from subject.
How you explain your prophet discovering that the black boy is normal thing to happen?
I said, let's go back to the subject, okay?
Well, I answered you already.
Okay, I am answering. No.
Okay, was Muhammad talking? Okay, one by one. One by one.
Can we time
was Muhammad talking? Was Muhammad talking to white Arab or a black Arab?
All kind of Arab. So are you saying that there was no black people out there?
There's no black, no.
So then why are you saying that if there was no black, how can he be having a black slave, as you say? Why you can that he had black slave?
Guys, did he say slave? Did he say slave?
You said
so Muhammad,
it was no black people out there. And you said that he had some black slave.
Muhammad is speaking to the free.
I'm whooping you, CP.
He is speaking to the free Arab man. He is not speaking to the slave. The slaves.
You just said it was no black people out there.
Yes, there's no black.
Did you just say there was no black people out there?
No, those are slaves. It's you who use the word slave.
Oh, so then slave are no people?
They are people, but not for your Prophet Muhammad. For your Prophet Muhammad, just get out of here. Just get out of here. According to your Prophet Muhammad, the only people are the free. The only people are free. This is why in the Quran it says, free for free and black for black. See it? In the case of murder, Muhammad, he make it clear that the free are the community, the slaves are the property. So in the Quran, chapter 2, verse 178, it says, in the case of murder, free for free, which means white for white, which means if a man is white, he killed a white man, he will be killed. If a white man, he killed a black slave, by the way, it doesn't say even just slave. In Arabic, it says al-abd. Abd mean black slave. Black slave for black slave, female for a female. So the community as the following according to Islam. Free community are the men who they are white. Slave community are the people who they are black. And then the lowest of the community after the free is the female. So in the case of a murder, if you kill my female, I kill one of your female. Christian Prince, he might be lying. We can go right now and we can check the interpretation. Chapter 2, verse 178. You can scream as much you want, ultimate fart. People are laughing at you. I do not need your approval. That's why you don't accept the interpretation, because the interpretation will get you busted, for you are a fraud. This is your Islamic interpretation, and this is how the community structure is. waiting for the page to open. And you can choose any interpretation you like. All of them. This is 176. Hold on. You can read any interpretation you want. So in the matter, it's clear saying free man for a free man. Free man will be killed for another free man. Slave for a slave. Only. A free man will not be killed for a slave. This is Tafsir Ibn Abbas. Let us see Tafsir al-Jalalain. I'm just showing you the one is in English. We're going to switch to Arabic, and that will make it even more ugly. So the community for Allah is the white Arab. The rest are not even a part of the community. Read with me carefully. In the case of murder, retaliation on equal term regarding slain both, attribute on one slain in the action, free for free. A free man is killed for a free man. Let us highlight. Not for a slave. Guys, do you see it? Do you see it? A free man will be killed for a free man, not for a slave. So when Muhammad he speak, the slave, it doesn't count. When Muhammad he says, in the day of judgment, Allah will make you black and white, he's speaking to white people. The black doesn't count. They are just the slaves. They are the one who clean dishes. They are the one who clean the house. They are the one who go out with the animals. They are the one, they are servants. They are the ones abused in the society. Nobody care for them. And in the case of murder, if a free man, he killed a slave, the free man will not be killed. So what is the punishment? We kill another slave, which means I kill your slave, you kill my slave. So now we have two black slaves, victims, because Muhammad the criminal, he decided the community is only the community of the white. It's in the front of you. A free man is killed for a free man and not for a slave. A slave for a slave and a female for a female. All right? When the people, they start making fun of Muhammad, the Arab, saying what kind of law this law is, Muhammad later, he claimed that he abrogated this. What kind of God he come with such a solution? Especially the Muslim, they say to us, there is some black, they were a slave, and yet they are Muslims, like Bilal. Why if I kill a free, if he is he is a Muslim. He's a Muslim. According to Islam, a Muslim, if he murder non-Muslim, he will not be killed. Muhammad, he says, no believer will be, his blood will be shed for a blood of non-believer. So if I live in a Gaza and a Muslim, he murder me, he will not be punished by death, for he killed non-Muslim. As simple as that. And let me show you the reference. So Muhammad, he decided what is the community. The community is white Arab. And then from the white Arab, the Muslims are the superior. If you are a white Arab and you are not a Muslim, you are not superior no more. The black doesn't even count. Muhammad, he said, no Muslim will be killed for a blood of non-Muslims, And not only that, even the penalty of a blood, which can be an agreement of money, is half of a Muslim. Half of a Muslim. Do you see it? A believer shall not be killed for an infidel. This is in the case of a murder. The blood weight for an infidel is a half of that as a Muslim. And then the Muslim, they claim that Islam train people equally, or treat people equally. So if you live in a Muslim state, you are not only a second citizen, a Muslim, he can kill you. He pay $500, he get out of jail. There's no jail. There's no death penalty. He just pay some money to the family, and the price of non-Muslim is a half of a Muslim. It's in front of you. And this is authentic hadith. So when Muhammad speak, he speak to the white Arab, and he don't count the black. He is not even talking to the black. This is why, you see, imagine if Muhammad is speaking to the black. Do you think he will say in the day Allah will make your face black if you are bad? He will never dare to say so. Correct? That is a speech of a person who is white and racist. Because as ultimate fault, he said, how you will make someone, his face black? Correct? He asked this question. This is a good question. How you can make his face black? He's black because he's speaking to the Arab. They are white. So those people who they are white, Allah saying to them, in that day I will make you extreme white. And we can support this from the hadith. Even the Quran actually says, wujuhum nadira. The Quran itself says, describe how the faces will be. Chapter 75, verse number 22. So they will not be only just white, it's an extreme white. They will be shiny white. Do you see it? So the promise is to make them extremely white. They are white, Arab, but they are not white like white, like like extreme white. But Allah will make them so white. This is why in the heaven of Allah, the women who Allah is preparing for the Muslims, they are so white to the point you can see the marrow of their bones. How you can accomplish such a thing? By making them extreme white. You see, if you are white, you are very, very white, people, they can see the veins of your blood. Is that correct? If you are extremely white, people, they can see the vein of your blood. Under the skin, they will be showing. So Muhammad, he is speaking about how white they will be. They are so white to the point you can see through.
Hello.
He described them as so beautiful. You see, Muhammad described them what? So beautiful. Mr. Enderman, you are a Muslim? I don't hear you.
Huh?
Your voice is cutting.
You're showing me a verse that says that their faces will be radiant or something, right? Or not?
Yeah, there is a verse, yeah, in the
verse,
Quran.
right, about this. Yeah, I'm going to give you a verse about the same concept, but still it's another part. They say it's another chapter.
It's what? It's what?
So 3 verse 6. You'll see that who will be the people
I understand
that their faces will be turned pale or just say turned black. Okay?
Who are the one who will be black?
People who disbelieve after believing. Okay, they will they will be the people who will turn black at the at the day of resurrection. Just say their faces will be turned
so
out.
so the one who guys, he is saying the ones who Allah will make them black is those who they after they believe they become in disbelief, correct? Correct. You
About certain group of people, okay?
Yeah, but no, because your prophet says everyone is born as a Muslim.
Go to 3106, bro. Just go to Surah 3, chapter 106. Just say chapter, verse 106, okay? Then you find it by yourself,
hold on. Isn't it your prophet says everyone is born as a Muslim? Hello? Did your prophet say everyone is born as a Muslim?
Everyone is born as Muslim, but still after that, when they are raised, then their parents will be turning them into disbelievers or something, okay?
Exactly. So they are go far now. So you are saying to me certain kind of people, no, this is all people, because everyone is born as a Muslim, and then his parents will make him either a Christian or a Jew or a Muslim, etc. So when you say to me this is for a certain group, well, this is for everybody. Anyone who is a white man, any Arab man, this is for all Arab men who they are born as a Muslim.
Specifically, this is about Arab men, okay? It's about oh, come on right now.
Okay, hold on.
Anyone is born as a Muslim, okay? Then there are so many non-Arabs that are born Muslims, okay? It's not only Arabs or someone else. Okay, they're not only Arabs. There are so many other Muslims too in Pakistan and other countries.
Okay, hold on.
So
okay,
are they all being
the Turkish are Muslims now, right?
They are.
Okay. Did your prophets consider them Muslims? Or he considered them?
Come on now, a Muslim will be that person who just bows down to who just bows down in our place and acknowledges that God is only one and Prophet Muhammad peace upon him.
Okay, so why your prophet make fun of the Asian people? If Muhammad consider the Asian are Muslims, why Muhammad make fun of the Asian people, black people? Why?
So yeah, can you consider giving me the details though?
Why your prophet make fun of the Asian people, how they look like?
I won't say anything until I find or just say I see this hadith. Okay?
Here, it's in front of you. You're a prophet making fun of the Asian, and he considered them the enemy of Allah.
Oh man, and they will enmity and jealousy amongst themselves. Everyone will have two wives.
It's in front of you. I'm not talking about the two wives now. Read with me. You're a prophet considering people who they are Asian, the enemy of Allah. I don't understand you. Did your prophet consider the Asian or the enemy of Allah?
Where it is written, bro, that
it's in front of you. I'm showing you to in the screen. I'm showing it to you in the screen.
You are not showing it. It's not even okay. I'm going.
You see it now? Hello? I don't know what happened to him. Your prophet, he considered only the Arab are Muslims. The rest are just, This is why the Quran Arabic, you have to pray in Arabic. Your God don't speak languages. Your God is an Arab God. Why somebody from Pakistan have to pray to Allah in Arabic? Give me a reason. There's no reason except that this is the Arab religion. This is the Arab white man religion. And Muhammad made fun of the look of the black people, make fun of the look of the African and the Asian, and I'm showing reference. Are you there? I don't know what happened to him. And look how he's describing their look. According to Muhammad, those people, they have a flat faces, as if they are hammered by a hammer. They have a small eyes, flat noses. Their faces look like a shield coated with leather. What kind of description? What is that? And those are the enemy of Allah. And your prophet, he claimed that this war between you and the Asian, and when I say you, I mean the Arab, is going to happen before the day of judgment. So this is not now, this will be before, like almost there, judgment day. It's a sign from the judgment day hours. Any Abdul? The guy here on, I don't know where he gone. So as you see, Muhammad always speak to the white Arab, the white supremacist. When he said to them, attack the Roman and get the blondie, he never imagined that the Turkish is going to attack the Roman and get the blondie. Muhammad, he make it even clear that don't fight the Turk. Muhammad never thought, this is additional proof that Muhammad is a false prophet. Muhammad and the Muslim believe that the Turkish are Gog and Magog. The Turkish are Gog and Magog. So Muhammad, he says, Utruku Turk ma tarakukum. Leave the Turkish alone as long they left you alone. Muhammad never thought for a second, because those are Asian. He was speaking to who? Why saying leave the Turk as long they left you? Never fight with them. As long they leave you alone. He's speaking to the white Arab Muslims. The Turk are not part of Islam. If we go and read the interpretation books about Gog and Magog, you will find that the Muslim, they make it clear that the Turkish we knew are one of the tribes of 12 tribes of Gog and Magog. One of them was going for hunting. Look how funny the story. So one of them was going for a hunt. So when Zulqarnain he built the wall, this tribe was out of the wall. Am I making things up, Muslims? Huh? Am I making things up? Even Ali himself, he mentioned that. Let me see if I can find you some reference so we can put it in the screen. I found a reference, but I want to give you a website where you can save it in your all right, this is Tafsir Al-Wasit. In fact, this one, I don't know if they have English here. No, they don't have English. Okay. But let us show you this reference for now. And I will try to find you more. Let me post the link. Here we go. And what you need to do, If you don't mind, admin, post it in Rumble and in YouTube. So if I search now and I type the word Turk, which means Turkish, look how many times it appears. All of this saying about the Turkish. So who are the Gog and Magog? Let me use a translation.
Al-Dahrik said, they are a generation of Turks. Al-Sudi said, the Turks were a group of Gog and Magog. They came out and Dulcorn struck the dam, so I remained outside it, so all the Turks were among them. On the authority of Qatada, they were 22 tribes. Dulcorn built the dam on 21 tribes, so only one tribe remained. They were called Turks because they were left outside.
They called them Turk because they are left outside. So they are Gog and Magog. The Turkish are Gog and Magog. So you see how Muhammad is a fraud? Muhammad is speaking only to the Arab. He never thought anyone else is going to be a Muslim. He said you will attack the Constantinople and you will defeat. But he was speaking to the Arab. He never thought the Turkish is going to be the one who will do it. Do you see it? He never thought for a second that the Turkish, they will be the one who will conquer that city. The evil Turkish. Other reference. This is Tafsir Ad-Durr al-Manthur. We will use the translation again, and this is the link. You can do the same. Use Google Translation. People who they are stupid, explain for the Quran saying, قَوْمًا لَا يَكَادُونَ يَفْقَهُونَ قَوْلًا, which means people are so stupid they can understand anything. He said they are the Turkish. Who they are? The Turkish.
A people who can hardly understand a word. He said, the Turks.
Do you see it? So the Turk are donkeys according to the Muhammad and the Quran. And then he continue here. You will see Ali, he said, Ali, he said, they are a group of people who they are like gypsy. They have no origin. And they are the Turkish.
Ali bin Abi Talib said that he was asked about the Turks and he said, they are a tribe with no origin. They are from Gog and Magog, but they went out attacking the people, so Dulcorn came and made trouble between them and their people, so they went as a raid on the land.
So you see, they are going out to attack some group of people, and when they came back, they could not get in with their people because the story of Muhammad is that Alexander the Great, he built a dam between us and them, so now they cannot go through that wall. And those Turkish who they are behind the wall, they are massive in number. Every day they dig a hole in the wall trying to get out, but because they forgot to say inshallah at the end of the day, the link, you want the link? Yeah. So the whole Allah will block it again. Enter one day, when they finish digging and they see a light in the wall, they say, their reader will say, inshallah, tomorrow will continue, and that when they will be able to go through the hole. However, just to show you another proof that Muhammad is a fraud, Muhammad, he claimed that the Turk, Gog and Magog, They were able to open a hole in the size of his finger on the wall, which means they are almost there. So Muhammad always speak about the day of judgment is going to happen now, not 1,000 years after. You see how false prophet Muhammad is? False prophet Muhammad. The prophet says a hole has been opened in the dam of Gog and Magog. And then he opened his hand to show you how big it is. And he was terrified. He was terrified. Affliction of the end of the world. Do you see it? So Muhammad, he claimed that the end of the world is happening in his time, not a billion years after. And he came and he was terrified because Gog and Magog, they were able to open such a hole. Look here what he's saying. And again, this will confirm that Muhammad always speak about Muslims as only as Arab. Guys, read carefully with me. The Prophet came to visit me one day frightened, and he said, La ilaha illallah, which means Arabic, there's no God but Allah. Awee to the Arab. You guys, what he's saying? What he's saying? Awee to the Arabs. So who is the Muslims? Are they the black? Are they the Asian? No. The Muslims are the Arab, because Gog and Magog, they are going to attack the Muslims. They are the enemy of Allah. Why Muhammad did not say awee to the Muslims? He said awee to the Arab. For the Arab only and only the Muslims. Is this hadith is fabricated? This is authentic. This is Sahih. Sahih Bukhari, Sahih Muslim. So who is the Muslim? The Arab. So when those stupid, you know, they, like this ultimate fraud from Senegal in idiot, he defend and he think he is considered as a Muslim. In Islam, you are a black person. You are not any close to be a Muslim. This is a white supremacist cult. Believe all black are created to go to hell. White people are only the people of God, and they are specifically the Arab. This is why when Muhammad he speak to the Arab. He warned the Arab. A Muslim, he was trying to get in stupid. Who care? I mean, this is who care. You see, they can lie as much as they want about Aisha. But we have reference that Aisha, she was, not fit for marriage because simply her mother, not only she is a kid, her mother, she was feeding her cucumber to fat her up. But ready to marriage. The girl, she is not fit to be physically, not only in age. And this is her mother, this is Aisha saying, that her mother, she was feeding her like a goat, hoping she will get fattened. As you see, this is Sahih. You see how easy you can get them busted? My mother was trying to fatten me up when she wanted to send me to Messenger of Allah. When she got married. Why she want to fatten her up? Because she's small. She's not. She cannot be sent. But nothing worked until I ate a cucumber with a date. Then I grow plump like the best kind of a plump. So even this one we need to debunk. Abdul, they are ashamed of their false prophet. Anyway, all the Abduls will end. They will go and become birds. I encourage all Muslims, if they are true believers, to join Hamas. But you are a coward. You don't dare. You don't want to be a green bird. All those Hamas now are killed by the Jews. They are going to be green bird. Look at this hadith here. Al-Khadr, why he was called Al-Khadr? The legend of Al-Khadr, Al-Khadr means the green, because he drank from the fountain of youth. If he sit at anything, he make it a green. For sure, the fountain of youth. This is Islam, my friend, a collection of legends and stupid stories and madness and garbage, superstition, you know. You will be a green bird, blah, 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 blah. Look at the description. Look at the description here, hold on. Qazwin, the horizons will be open to you. You will conquer a city called Qazvin. Whoever you stationed there for 40 days and 40 nights. Hey Muslims, did the Arab station there for 40 days? and it is have a pillars of gold. What is that? What guys, this is in heaven or this is in earth? Who stayed in it 40 days and 40 nights, Allah will give him a dome of rubies in heaven. 70,000 and the palace he will have 70,000 doors. Why I have too many doors? Muhammad is stuck with number 70. Muslims, is the story here true? Is that what happened? The Muslim, they stayed there for 40 days. Huh? Any Abdul? This is alone actually a clear proof that Muhammad is a fraud, because this is not how the city was occupied. The Muslims, they did not stay there for 40 days. Any Abdul? Anyone? This is alone prove Muhammad to be a fraud. Any Abdul is here. Anyone? So nobody want to join Hezbollah? It's time for hunt. I heard the Iranian big mullah, he said we are going to throw firework at Tel Aviv. Seriously, are you going to throw firework at Tel Aviv? The people of Tel Aviv, they cannot wait. Who's next? I mean, those Jews, they go there, they hunt their rat from the heart of the devil, and the devil don't dare even to open his mouth. What happened to the powerful Iran? Potato. They don't dare. In fact, I believe Israeli, they are trying to make Iran respond because they want to go to war. And those potato Shia, Allahu Akbar, they are afraid. Otherwise, what are you waiting for? You are literally hundreds of millions. Those Jews are not even 6 millions. 6 millions only. And beside, Allah is in your side. What happened to Erdogan? Erdogan, he is saying he want to go and invade Israel. Hey, Erdogan, instead of making speech, do something, man. What a coward potato. Do you even dare to fart? Any Abdul? Anyway, I'm thinking to convert to Islam. I want to have a lot of women who they are so sexy, white, and you can see the marrow of their bones. And I want to get pillars of gold. By the way, I mean, if this is paradise, everything is for free. What I would do with pillars of gold, what is that for? Pillars of gold? Really? I'm going to buy a ticket for Kazwin tomorrow. That's deep. That's so beautiful. What do you mean not worth it? Did you see how beautiful the women in the heaven of Allah? You have no idea. What are you talking about? If you see how beautiful they are, you will go crazy. You know? When you know what I'm talking about, you will excuse me. I feel sorry for you. You guys, you have no idea. You have no idea what is waiting for you in the heaven of Allah. Women in this earth, they are nothing. Look at this. Look at this. This is what your Prophet Muhammad promised you, Muslims. Beautiful. See through. You will see the marrow of their bones. So she will dance for you. She don't need to strip these. Look at this. I mean, what strip these? By the way, according to Muhammad, every woman of them, she is wearing 70 dresses. I mean, Muhammad is stuck with number 70. 70,000 door of gold in heaven. 70,000, etc. 70, blah, 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 70. And now you have 72 women at least, the lowest reward. And those women, each one of them, she have 7 maid. And every maid, sorry, 70 maid. And every maid, she have 70 maid. And every 70 maid, every one of them have 70. So the numbers will be like billions. However, this woman, she will be wearing 70 dresses, yet you can see through the marrow of the bones. So what she was wearing? I mean, what the point of 70 dresses, but we can see through the marrow of their bones? Is that 73 see-through? But to be honest with you, I mean, we as a Christians, we feel jealous. Why? Why we don't have such a beauty in the Bible? Huh? How many people will convert if we look at this? Look at this. Who you can beat that? She pointed her butt to you. Look, the shit, you can see the shit. I can see it from here. That is a shitty picture. Excuse my language. Isn't this really beautiful? Let us be honest here. It doesn't matter what those Christians, they say to you. They cannot deny that Islam come with real ideas nobody had before. Look at this. Just be honest with yourself. Can you really look? But she is shy, by the way. She put her hand over her vagina in the x-ray picture. She is very shy. Do you see her hands? That's deep. Look at this. Look at this position. Look at the high heels. So beautiful. How Muhammad he come with such a thing unless it's from Allah, the true God? This is the only promise of a true God. Fake God cannot promise those things. You would have women who they are so beautiful to the point you can see through the marrow of their bones. So Muhammad, because he knew that those Arab are obsessed with white women, so he promised them extreme white. For, you know, talk is cheap. So he went so extreme to the point you will see the marrow of their bones. I think that will make you go crazy if you're a dog. If you show this picture to your dog, you will go yummy. A lot of bones here. Yeah, so we have, we have to think about it carefully, because this is obviously a promise from God. Look at this picture. Look, I mean, beautiful. Look at this. We have to be honest here. This is so beautiful. I know those Christians, Jews, Hindus are jealous. They don't have such a thing. You are ready to take Shahada? Oh, that's good. Don't forget to take the skeleton with you. Do we have any Abdul? So now this Haniya, he was killed yesterday, he got those. And he become a bird, as Muhammad said, a green bird. So imagine now he is a green bird, her legs is up, but he can do nothing. And how he can have sex? He's a green bird. So Muhammad, he says, the one who was killed for the sake of Allah, Allah will put his soul in a green bird crops. So now you are a bird and you are a green, and this woman, her legs is up. What you can do now? Any Muslim can tell me how this Haniya is going to have sex with this woman? He's a green bird now. He's flirting. He's saying, take off your panty. She's saying to him, you stupid idiot, I'm naked. What panty? Not only are a bird, but blind too? Oh, you are so cute. So you're my husband now? Oh, okay, sing for me. That's amazing. So who's going to have sex with me? You can sing. Okay, I got it. Where is the husband? You can use your beak. Get out of here. Pervert. Ismail Haniya is going to use his beak to have sex with this virgin now? By the way, how she is a virgin if Muhammad is the first one to enter heaven? And he got the power of 100 men of heaven, which means 4,000 men in sex. She will not be virgin. By the time you go there, Muhammad will be boom, boom, all. Any Abdul? Where is the story about the flying carpet? Why you want to change topic? You don't like those pictures, huh? Are you jealous? See those Christians guy, they change topic. He want to talk about the flying carpet. Eh. All right. The flying carpet right now is going to be used by the mullahs of Iran to attack Israel. It's just a matter of time. All right? Now you see how the flying carpet work. But if you go to chapter 21, verse number 81, you will see the flying carpet there, according to the Quran. Any Abdul? Anyone? Any white Arab? Because Muslims are white. We prove it to you. You have all the evidence. The Muslims is only all those hadith about there is no difference between black and white. This is a fabrication written long, long, long after Muhammad died. There's no proof of it. This is contradicted the Quran. Any Abdul? But we have no Abdul today. Hey guys, is this time is good for you? I'm trying to make different times so people in different location, territory, they can join us. So let me see, if you don't mind, if you can tell the name of your country so we can see who is watching right now. If you don't mind to say. If you don't like to say, you don't have to. I will send you in the flying carpet. Is the majority from USA? New Zealand, United States, Vietnam. Seriously, you're from Vietnam. That's good. I thought only veterans are watching from Vietnam. All right, Canada, Miami, Florida, Texas, India, Australia, lunchtime, Australia, Iraq. Okay, everywhere. It's hard even to read. England, Canada, El Salvador, Philippines, New Zealand, Portugal, Scotland, again Australia. OZ, what is OZ? What is symbolic of what? Which country? Armenia, Indonesia, US Midwest, Kansas City, Malaysia, Nigeria, wow, from everywhere. Luxembourg, South Africa, Orang, that's a lot of Orang. China, wow, see, this is Spain. We have people from around the world, that's wonderful, you know. But I am the only one is international, black, blonde, African American from Japan. Pakistan. All right, sound good. But is this time is good to come online? Is it a good time or too late? Or too early? For some maybe. Ethiopia, Singapore. All right, California, Ghana, Uzbekistan, Trinidad. Yeah, well, happy to hear all of this. I mean, people are from around the world. Kenya. Wonderful. France. But why you are up? What the time is it in France now? Isn't it time to sleep for people in Europe? Local time in France. 5:13 a.m. You're up so early. You have mosquitoes, don't you, huh? It must be mosquitoes did not let you sleep. All right. All right. Well, sound great. I will try to come more in like such a time or even maybe later so we can have people from different countries, different locations. Do we have any Muslim would like to join us? Yeah, leave your comment to see how many people they are interested in such a time so we can schedule more and in such a time. I know that this is good for people who they are like far in Asia or New Zealand or Australia, etc. But it's not good for people in Europe because they will be asleep still. And it's maybe a little bit late for people in USA. All right. Okay, well, I'm glad to have you all people here. I hope we have a good time. Feel free to download my videos. And we say to the mullahs, congratulations. You were able to defeat the Jews to the point they are coming to your capital and they are hunting your men one after one. You know what you can do? You can cry like women in the delivery room. And the boy never come. You keep talking, you want to invade Israel, you want to invade Israel, you want to invade Israel, and we threaten you, and we will show you, and we will do to you, and that day never come. And it sounds like to me that the Israeli are the ones coming after you, and you are hiding behind the corner. So we say to the old mullahs of Iran, who's going to be next? Watch. The Jews, they know you all, every one of you. And their missiles is so good. I mean, it says that the missile hit his body, not the room. Can you believe it, guys? The missiles did not hit the room. It hit his body. The body is gone. Boom. I mean, what kind of missile this missile is? It must be from the missiles of Allah. It must be guided by Allah. This missile sent by the Jews must be guided by the Quran, by the light of Allah, by the white face of a Prophet Muhammad. Otherwise, how you can explain it? It's hard to explain. And by the way, the guy which the Israeli killed 2 days ago, this guy here, Hezbollah took them more than 36 hours to find his body. And I want to say to the Jews, what you did, man? I mean, the guy become pieces. Hezbollah, they said nowhere to be found. They can't find him. They checked the whole building. They could not find the guy. And then they found that the rocket of the Israeli made him into pieces, and a lot of ants, they were taking his body down the holes. So they went to the colony and they found foot, finger, you know, like etc. left over. They did not find the guy. They said until now there's no proof he was killed. I'm serious. If you watch those Arabic TV, they are just keep saying that his body cannot be found anywhere. And I want to know how that worked. How the guy was meeting with a Persian government officer from the army of the guards of Iran. They found the body of that guy. And that is telling you that those Israeli, their missile is, I don't know, do you think those missiles, they have like a face recognition? I mean, how two in the same room, one they were able to find his body, the other one they could not. That is a mystery. Guys, a Muslim, do you think this is a miracle from Allah? And Hezbollah, they have 100,000 fighters. They could not find the body of a man in a building? What? Took them all those hours? And what they found? They found nothing. They found his shoes, his foot. The guy is gone. Where do you go? And what you will put inside the coffin? And I don't want to forget that the Prince of Qatar, who was not a prince, he is just a Bedouin man, who claimed to be royal, he want to bury this dog in Qatar for sure. They want to, today they are going to pray on him in Tehran, the Shia. But by the way, the Muslim, they don't accept the Shia prayer on the funeral. They are kuffar. But look at the hypocrisy. So now the Shia, they will pray on him in Tehran, and then they will ship him in a box to Qatar. And in Qatar, they will bury him. All right. Sound good. All right. Well, I will not keep you longer. I hope you guys have a good time. Feel free to download my videos, share them with your friends. And if you are interested to learn more about Islam, you can subscribe to our channel. And if you already subscribed, don't forget to unsubscribe, because it is wisdom of Allah to subscribe and unsubscribe. For when you subscribe to our kuffar, Allah will curse you. When you unsubscribe, Allah will bless you twice. So you will win. So keep the day doing this. Subscribe and subscribe, because you will win more. You will get one curse versus 2 blessing. So at the end of the day, you will make more blessing than curse. It's like, you know, a good investment. Just an idea. Think about it. So Allah is so smart, and Muslims are so smart, and obviously they can defeat the Jews very easy, and it's very easy to defeat Israel, but we don't want to do it right now because we are busy eating shrimp. After we finish eating shrimp, then we will do jihad against Israel. Until then, I want to say to you, thank you all. God is good, so is Jesus, and the devil Muhammad is always exposed here. And I hope until tomorrow, if I could come live on air, I would love to do so. Until then, may the Lord bless you and keep you in good wealth and health.